Hi. So I decided to make a Ask FM website because you guys have been blowing up my comments on YouTube and I can't really get back to you all at once, so this website may be easier, and if it's a really cool question, I will make a video of it and put it on my page and continue this questionnaire thing that you guys have been doing. So maybe I can help more than one of you guys out than just ask one simple question online. Cool. So yeah, I'll put the link in below. You just type in Ericshreds on Ask FM. Anyway, the question of today that I saw was, is there a difference between American Fenders and Mexican Fenders? And if there is it enough to really pay that much more for the American? My answer, hell no. This is my Mexican telly, and I like, don't get me wrong, Americans are great. I love America. I am American. But their price is outrageous. It's like $1,400 for an American Standard, or $600 for a Mexican Standard. They are made so similar that I think if you were blind and you held both of them and you didn't know which one weighed more or which one, basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think you would tell the difference. There's other videos online where people are actually demoing them and versing each other, and some people chose the Mexicans they liked more. I think it's harder to find a better playing Mexican, but all of them are good. It's just that one that's amazing. Like this telly is like the god of all tellies, and I lucked out because I got it off Craigslist. But all of them are good. They're very accurate. They're just not as accurate as the standards. The types of wood that they use, I believe, don't kill me if I'm wrong, but I believe that they're the same woods. It's just, you know, somebody told me whenever I worked at the music store I worked at, they're like, the only difference between American and Mexican is in Mexico, when they make these guitars, they have Mexicans make them, and in America, they have Mexicans make them. So the Americans are still made by Mexicans or other people that get paid less or whatever. That sounds really bad, but you get what I'm saying. It's the same concept. They're just assembled the same way. It's just one's assembled in America. Some people are going to super fight with me, but whenever I sold my drummer's father's, I sold him a Mexican Strat, all white, which you've seen it on my Instagram. We actually versed it. We put it right next to the American white standard, and the difference was the American one was more solid. Like, it felt like, okay, say for instance if you had two guns, and they both can be the same gun, but one's made in like a different country and then the other one's American. It's like that much better, but the other one was really good still. It can still kill somebody or shoot good targets. It was still accurate. It's just there was a huge difference in price, a big difference. Would I pay almost 2 times as much for an American? Never. I have I don't even know how many guitars. We're gonna find out in the other video. I don't have an American Fender, and it's just they're overpriced, and they haven't really changed their design much, you know, since they started making them back in the day. And I don't know, I just played them and I was like, this is a lot of money, I'll just go with a Mexican. There are some Fenders that are made in China, and those are the ones that are different. Like, they don't stay in tune as well, their intonation's kind of off. Still good though. The China ones are what I compare to what Epiphone is. The China Epiphones. I'm gonna get that in another video right after this, with Epiphone versus Gibson. I'll tag it in here too. But anyways, the pickups in the American and the Mexican. The American had it's a thinner, clinkier, very trebly sounding, and honestly, I didn't like that. And the Mexican one had, I'm talking about the Strats, by the way. Sorry, I got off track. The Mexican Strat single coils were like nice, medium sound. They both were thin because they were single coils, but it was like a little bit thicker. To me, a little bit smoother. It didn't have so much high-end bite. But it just, I liked how it sounded better. So we chose the Mexican one over the American because for $600, it felt like the same. And I even handed to him Doc's name. I handed it to Doc and I told him to close his eyes. I handed him one, I handed him the other, and can't tell a difference. You know, you're paying for the name, but the thing is if you look right here, the Mexican ones still have the name. It's not like Gibson and Epiphone. Their Mexicans are, I think, some of the best priced guitars out there. I would have more because they're so cheap, but I just don't need any more. But yeah, the only thing I did to this one, like I added a pickup and stuff, but and I added my kill switch and my thing. But this guitar stays in better tune than all my Gibson SGs, my Gibson Les Paul. It is amazing. What can I say? So yeah, the answer to that question is yeah. There's a difference, but it's not huge for how much you're getting paid. It's like you're paying, you know, $1,000 more for the tighter brand name. This is still the brand name, guys. So I definitely recommend Mexicans over Americans. I know that makes me sound so anti-American, but I'm being realistic with you guys, and with my experience at working at a music store, the only time I would ever sell an American to anyone is to the rich guy that wanted one. Anytime I would work there, somebody asked me what the difference was, and I would say $800, which doesn't make me exactly the best salesman, but at least I was honest, and I'd rather take that to my grave. So, anyways, so if you guys want to ask more questions, answer on that Ask FM page, and then I will reply to some of them, most of them, hopefully all of them, and then the really good ones I'm gonna make a video, so then I can put them on YouTube for you guys. Anyways, hope that helps. I'm gonna do some other videos. Peace.